What's up, internet? So we are going to talk about something that I've been wanting to talk about for actually a pretty long time on this channel, but I have been purposely holding it off. Why? Because a lot of people will get their bums hurt by this, and you know, I wanted to come at this with an idea with a really good idea of how I'm going to go about talking about this and explain the reasons for what I have to say. But first, I want to talk about, if you missed yesterday's video and you play Clash of Clans, I want to tell you to come join the channel clan that we have here. There's a lot of people in it so far. We have a couple more spots at this point, so if you want to go ahead and join that, information on the screen, so you can join. So back to the topic. In the car world, there are certain parts of that world that only think a car is cool if it is fast. Now, there's nothing wrong with that part of the world. I just think that part of the world is blind to the rest of society. So what do I mean by that? Just because a car doesn't have crazy horsepower numbers or, you know, has an amazing 0 to 60, doesn't mean that car is not as fast or not as cool or any other terms you could fit in that blank space. Now, what is a prime example of that? This car. And a bunch of other ones like the Miata 240SX, I think, you know, there's a bunch, but we're gonna focus on the BRZ FRS 86, whatever suits your fancy. So, the question, is the BRZ fast? Now, this is a very relative question, but I'm gonna basically answer it in the way that everybody else probably. Oh, we got some neck breakers over here. Oh, ooh. That guy just snapped his shit up looking at the car. Good job, Miley. Anyways, when people run the term fast, they think in a straight line, how fast can I get to 100 miles an hour, 0 to 60, you know, yada, yada, yada. This person does not know where they're going. Holy moly. Now, in a sense, yeah, you could argue that's what means fast or quick or however you want to say it, but how I like to think of it, and pretty much every other enthusiast that drives an 86, and I know there's a lot of you bros out there, there's a lot of people who watch this channel who all have FRSs and BRZs, and I will tell you from personal experience that I do think that this car is fast, but in the right setting. So let's give an example. Let's say we put a car of similar price. So I'm going to use the Mustang. I'm not going to use the 5.0 because that's like 6 to 8 grand more than a BRZ. So we're gonna choose a V6 Mustang. Should say 2013. So this is a 2013 BRZ versus a 2013 V6 Mustang. Now let's put these two cars on the same track, and to start the track, it's a big straightaway, and then at the end of the straightaway, it's a bunch of curves and turns, and then finish line. So what would happen? Okay, and these are both stock, by the way. Don't you know? I know a lot of people are gonna be like, well, my Mustang has this, so it would. Okay, no, stock. So the Mustang will win off the line. The Mustang 0 to 60, even though it's a V6, is quick. A lot of people think oh, it's not a V8, it's not quick. It's pretty quick. I mean, it beats a BRZ. A V6 Mustang beats a lot of stuff in a straight line. Okay, don't get crazy here. I'm not talking about. I don't think it beats an Audi R8. Sorry, I'm very troll protective because this is a very sensitive topic for a lot of people, and I'm trying to, like I said, not hurt people's butts. So you have a V6 Mustang and a BRZ going in a straight line. BRZ is gonna fucking get whooped in the straight line. Like, it's, you know, it's gonna get whooped. But as soon as you hit those corners and you hit the windy roads, the BRZ is gonna catch up and overtake the Mustang and would probably win. Now, the BRZ, in my opinion, is really fast in corners. I've done plenty of back road runs where I've been in a group of multiple cars, ranging from WRXs to Mustangs to Porsches to even GTRs. There's actually a video on it. Boom, annotations right here. If you don't believe me, You can click the annotation and see the video I'm talking about, where I was losing cars with tons more power in corners. And that is only because the platform of this 86 is so defined. It's very, very, very impressive. And if you haven't driven a BRZ or 86, I suggest you do. Now this brings you to the next topic of, there is a reason why people say that a BRZ is the best car handling wise you can get under a Cayman Porsche. Now you don't believe me? You can watch the Matt Farah video I did with the Smoking Tire, where I even bring that up and even talk about it. That the handling of this car is phenomenal. And although it doesn't have a very fast 0 to 60 time, it does more than make up for that lack in corners. And I'm not saying the V6 is terrible in the corners and it can't turn, because Mustangs can turn, I will say that. But when you go into corners, it's a different ballpark. That's where the BRZ starts to overtake other cars and can hang a lot more than other cars could. Speaking of V6 Mustangs, that's awkward. That was a V8. But the handling in this car is phenomenal, and I'm not the first person to say that. Everyone who's watching this video is going to know that. So, is the BRZ slow? Yes, the BRZ is slow in a straight line. Is it slow in corners and on a track? Not really, no. So when most people ask me, should I get the BRZ? Like, I don't know if I will like it. I don't know if it has enough power for me. Like, what do you think? What I normally say to them is, if you live in a place like me, California, where there's a lot of back roads, there's a lot of windy roads, rather than a place that's, I don't know, I'm just gonna say Kansas because stereotypes, where it's just straight flat roads all the time, you would hate the BRZ. I would hate this car if I lived in a place where it was just flat everywhere, because this car is not fun in a straight line. I could literally sip a cup of tea while going in a straight line. I mean, it's nothing crazy. But when you go into the corners, this car really lives up and it really becomes the animal that you expect it to be, and it's words can't explain. I don't want to sit here and try and explain it, because that's retarded. I can't. You have to go out and drive it yourself. Just to point out again, I'm no way talking crap about Mustangs. I love Mustangs. I almost considered having a Mustang for a while. So let's not say I'm being biased here. The BRZ is really quick in corners, especially on back roads. It becomes a totally different car. But when you put it in a straight line, you're not really moving anywhere. Like, I'm a downshift right now to second gear from 6th gear. Like, woo! Yeah, it's quick. It's all right, but it's nothing crazy. Hey, this is awkward. Look at this. Oh, the V6 Mustangs. Yeah, they're everywhere. They're everywhere here. So yeah, imagine right now, me and this, I don't know if you can see it through the windows, but me and this V6 lining up. He'd take me right away, but as soon as we got deep in the corners, I would come up pretty quickly. So, mad. It's pretty much, you pick and choose when you get a car like this. If you, like I said earlier, if you live in a place where it's all straight and you're just going in a straight line all the time and it's not a lot of back roads, I personally would never suggest this car to you in a million years, because it just wouldn't be fun. In that case, I would say go get a Mustang. And if you're really fancy, go get a 5.0. If you're really fancy, get a GT500. Oh, it's turning left. There he goes. Ahios. Woo! And that's gonna sum it up for today. I'm sorry if it came across a little aggressive, but I wanted to be stern because I know this is gonna really stir the pot for a lot of people. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm now arriving to Chipotle because I'm fat and I'm hungry. And I will see you guys next time. Peace. Dude, you're hiding chips in here?
At Del Mar, got like VIP parking.
That's hot, dude.
It's been a long time.
That's really hot. I want more.